I'm John Skinner, and this supports my book Fishing for Summer Flounder, Fluke Jigging from Shore Boat and Kayak, and you can learn more about the book at flounderbook.com. In this video, I'll be jigging with 2 and 3 ounce John Skinner S&S swing hook fluke bucktails, and above that is a Tsunami glass minnow silicone skirt model. You can get all of this stuff at J&H Tackle, Oakdale, Long Island, in the store and online. Okay, opening day of fluke season 2018. Yeah, for those who aren't familiar with the area, we're up in New York, and we have a very long off season. So this is the first time out in the water in like 5.5 months. So we're very happy to be out here. I'm out with the usual crew, the Johns. There's actually 5 people on the boat, and they are all named John. Most of them you've seen in previous videos, and in the back is one of the John's father, also named John. We call him Jack. All right, we've been out a while. We've caught nothing but sea robins, and we did get one short fluke, and here comes my first fluke of the season. And, yep, it's small, and I couldn't be happier to get it.
All right, well, there you go. Yeah. First one of the year for me. Send us your mother.
And we're tipping both the bucktail and the teasers with a variety of Berkeley Gulp baits, 6-inch grubs, 6.5-inch nemesis, and 5-inch swimming mullets.
Right, yes. Yeah, I can tell the tip's standing up to the... Come on.
Oh, come on. What did I do there? Man, that's a fucking fluke. Come on.
I got him.
Skinner got him.
Yeah, it's a fluke too.
Mine was too. I love it.
As soon as Halkias missed it, I moved my line over by him. And
I got another one playing with me. Probably its little brother.
come on, send us a bigger one.
Curiosity, are we? Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a fluke. It's got first keeper of the year coming up now. Yeah?
Oh yeah?
Yeah?
You want the net?
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe. I don't know. It's a new rod. But
It's a fluke.
Feels like it has weight.
You're not getting the net.
Doc, come get the net since your average height.
Really? Really?
I mean, it has weight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 20. You swing them over all the time. You were mad at me if you did it. It is a fluke.
Oh, it's a nice fluke.
Hold it. You're not swinging that.
Yeah.
Nice fish, man. Oh, and the
Look at this. Here we go.
Yeah, with the Skinner.
There it is. Very nice. Nice. Way to go.
Thank you.
Damn, nice catch, my friend.
That's a good one.
I don't know what this is. Yes. Yeah.
I'll get the net.
You got it done? Yeah.
It's right here anyway. Getting hit now too.
You forget about your fish. You pay attention to my fish.
Skinner probably cost me a 12-pounder there. That's
Whoa. Whoa.
oh, really good one.
Yeah? Oh, nice.
Oh, not bad. I'll take a picture when you're ready.
I think we'll be doing that drift again.
Yeah, same spot.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah, this drift is inside.
Shallower than the rest of the
Oh, spit that sucker right out, huh?
All right, real nice to get a couple of keepers in the boat there. Nice ones at that. Yeah, we're getting a few other kinds of fish besides sea robins, which we've been catching quite a few. There's also some porgies, although we've only got a couple that were decent size. And the other thing we're getting is sea bass. And okay, Jack's getting in on the fun over here, so let's go to that. And Jack's been fishing these waters since before any of us were born, so a lot of experience here.
Okay, good. Oh yeah, Doc's got a fluke too.
Whoa.
Oh, they're getting thick. There we go. All right, you got a tangle here, but it's a nice fish.
Hey,
Nice.
Should we mark this spot? Doc picked one.
Nice.
Oh, we got.
Way to go, Jack.
Should we mark this spot? Doc got
we
one
got
too.
out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice job, Jack. Good fish.
What do you got there, Doc?
I got a fish too.
All right, look at that. Two boom boom.
Yeah. So mark that spot. John, mark that spot, please. 2 fish on that. We do a short drift on that.
Done. Oh, he dropped off. 228. Good netting.
Okay, and there's a double header of keepers. And so, yeah, as I mentioned, this is New York. We're actually out on Peconic Bay. And the legal size limit is 19 inches. And the bag limit is 4. So we've got another fish going on the corner here. And yeah, so sea bass. Boy, we're catching some nice sea bass already. This is only May 4th. And boy, there's some beauties that we've already caught, and I'm going to get a couple of them on camera. And yeah, they've really tightened the regulations on these things, and yet they are very plentiful. So yeah, there's a little bit of controversy there with the fisheries management. But anyway, yeah, so we're catching a few of these as bycatch, and we'll just let them go. Okay, the rod I'm using is a Tsunami Airwave. They don't make this particular model, but they make one almost exactly like it. The one that is closest to this is they're now making a 6.5 foot classic rated 12 to 25 pound test line, and that one's is relatively new, so it's very similar to what I'm using. Yep, there's another nice sea bass that's going to go back. The reel is the Quantum Accurist, and I think just about all of us using this reel have power handles on here that are made by Jigging World in New Jersey. You can look them up online, and the power handles really change the reel quite a bit, especially for deeper water fishing with larger fish. And I'll have links to the gear that we use in this video in the description of the video, so you can check out any of the things you're interested in.
More and more of these things every year, and tighter restrictions. And they eat everything, so you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I'm not a marine biologist. If George Costanza was here, I'd ask him what he thinks, but
so this depth is roughly 35 to 55 feet of water. We did not have to go over 3 ounces. In fact, mostly we were using 2 ounces, sometimes 1.5 ounces. And we get away with doing that by using thin braided line. I'm actually using the heaviest line in the boat. I'm using 15-pound test braid. I think everybody else is using 10. So, yep, the thin line allows you to use the lighter stuff, and you know, then allows you to use the lighter tackle. And you know, the whole key is just to keep a lot of bouncing motion on the jig, and you know, we're putting together a decent catch despite very cold water. You can feel it when you grab these fish. They are icy cold. But it's fishing will only get better as the weather warms. And we're actually on a little bite here. This particular drift, I got 4 fish on this one drift, and that drift was maybe 15 minutes. It was kind of a slow drift. So, you know, we had a little spurt of action here. And yeah, it's very encouraging to see so much life so early in the cold water. And I mentioned using 15-pound test braid. It's actually Daiwa J braid. The leader is fluorocarbon, 25-pound test. There is a surgeon's loop on the bottom to connect the bucktail. 1 foot above that is a dropper loop to connect the teaser lure. So this is generally a slow bite, and I can tell you that throughout this trip, I used a grand total of 2 gulp jigs. I mean, I actually used 4, but 2 of them went back in the jar at the end of the trip. Here we go. And Yeah, so what I've been doing between drifts is I've been taking the whole rig, bucktail, everything, putting it back in the gulp juice and letting it soak. And is it making a difference? I don't know, but it can't hurt. And you know, I'm certainly doing quite well doing that, so I'm going to keep at it. And yeah, well, another thing we noticed was we fished outgoing and then through slack and then into incoming. And the outgoing was definitely much more productive than incoming. Once that water turned around, started pushing in that colder water from the ocean and Gardner's Bay, yeah, the fishing definitely dropped off. And that's pretty typical of early season fishing. All right, and that's about all I've got to say. And I'm going to bang a couple more keepers. Here comes one. And going to get back out there tomorrow morning. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed this, and if you like these videos, please subscribe to my channel.
It could be, not too bad.
I'm here with the net. Swimming around like crazy.
Yeah, I'll swing him. It's big short.
Can't wait for...
What switches? Do you know how?
It's 5.
I didn't know.
You told me.
I didn't tell you.
So John,
I promise you, you told me accessory 5. I wouldn't have known that.
You know I never turned it on.
Oh, all
Because I
right.
was underneath. Like a towel like that. What?
Oh yeah, get the net.
for the switch?
Oh, look at it.
This is very potentially a keeper
No,
here.
really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Oh, it is a keeper.
Oh, that's a keeper. Skinner on fire.
Okay, that's 7 for me.
Wow.
Oh, wow, and he came right out.
So, I got a question for you. Are you guys opposed and partially so I can learn to...
Oh, net,
Oh, yeah?
net.
I got it.
That's a good fish. Got it? Or you want...
I got it.
So you were going to say, are we opposed to moving from the 7
So I could
spot?
see. Yeah, exactly. After he, and he yelled net, that answered the question, no?
Nice.
Good job, Johnny.
Johnny Skinner.
That's 3?
Yeah.
Hey, one more fish. The DEC's here too. One more, you're out.
All 3 have come out without me unhooking them too.
Do you care if I just drop it in the bin? Or you need
No, drop them in.